football fans, and welcome to the Touchdown Lady podcast. We talk football from a fan's point of view. I'm Xavier, your host. Let's just get into it. Now, week 4 of the NFL football season was crazy. There were some good games, some surprise wins, but we're going to get into it. We're going to start off with the New England Patriots versus the Carolina Panthers. Now, the Patriots wound up winning this game 42-13 over the Panthers. Now, who can't beat the Panthers? But the New England Patriots got this win. Drake May had 203 yards in this game, 2 touchdowns in this game. The offense played really well. They moved the ball well. They mixed it up with the running and passing throughout this whole game. They controlled the game from their very first touchdown, which was Marcus Jones, a punt return for the first touchdown for the New England Patriots. And after that, it was all Patriots game. Defense was good. They shut down the Carolina Panthers. As a team, the totals were 307 yards, 54 yards in penalties, and 1 sack in this game for the Patriots. On the other side, Bryce Young had 150 yards and 1 touchdown in this game. Then they brought in Andy Dalton, who had 58 yards and 1 touchdown in this game. Offense was bad. Defense was bad. Now, I have to say, the Carolina Panthers had 7 head coaches in the last 7 years. That's not good. So I know everyone's talking about is Bryce Young, but he's not the team. The team as a whole needs work. I thought Bryce Young played pretty good in this game. He was getting his passes out. He was completing some passes. Even though the receivers were dropping the ball, he still was doing the best that he could in this game. As a team, they had 326 yards, 29 yards in penalties, and 1 sack in this game. So overall, the Patriots went in there, and they just dominated over the Panthers, and they got this win at home. Shout out to the Patriots. Now, next thing we're going to talk about is the Bills versus the Saints. Now, this was a good game to me. I really thought the Bills was going to dominate over the Saints, but that did not happen the way I thought it was going to go down. But the Bills wound up really getting this win, 31-9 over the Saints. Josh Allen had 209 yards, 2 touchdowns, and 1 interception in this game. The offense struggled. They did, especially the first half of this game, the Bills struggled on offense. They couldn't get anything going as far as a run game, a pass game, and that's what their thing is. They thrive on the run, and they could not establish that in this game, not until the second half. Like I said, the first half was all the Saints. The Saints was really prepared in this game. On the defense, they struggled. They couldn't stop the Saints' run game for the Bills' defense on that. But even though they won the game, I was a little nervous, so they got to get better. You guys got to get better at taking control in this game early on. That's one thing about the Bills. If they don't take control early on in the game, like I said, if they don't control the pace, the line of scrimmage, and the run game, establish their run game, they struggle till about the second half of the game, and then they start turning it around like they did in this game to come up with this win. On the other side, I thought the Saints played really well in this game. Spencer Rattler was the quarterback in this game. He had 126 yards, 1 touchdown, and 1 interception in this game. I thought the offense was good. They moved the ball well. They ran the ball well. They controlled the pace of the game. They was winning at the line of scrimmage. So they really did good on offense. On defense, the same thing. They shut down the Bills pretty much until the second half of this game. That's when the Bills were able to turn it around and starting to make things happen. But overall, the Saints played really well in this game. And I was really surprised because I thought it was going to be a more dominance with the Bills over the Saints. But the Saints came in there, like I said, they was well prepared. They looked good on that field, moving as a good unit. So the Saints did a really good job. And their team totals were 298 yards, 41 yards in penalties, 3 sacks, and 1 interception in this game. So this was a good game. Now let's talk about the game of the week that I thought everybody was going to be talking about, and that was the Ravens versus Kansas City. Well, Kansas City wound up winning this game 37-20 over the Ravens. I had the Ravens to win this game. Yeah. Lamar Jackson had 147 yards, 1 touchdown, and 1 interception in this game. And he actually got hurt in this game. He hurt his hamstring, so we don't know when he's going to be back. Cooper Kupp came in to finish off the game. And as far as I understand, Cooper Kupp will be starting the next game in week 5. So hopefully Lamar he won't be out that long with this hamstring injury. We just have to wait and see. But he did go out the game with an injury. On offense for the Ravens, they couldn't establish a run or pass game. Lamar Jackson was pretty much running for his life out the pocket, scrambling, trying to make some things happen. It just didn't work on offense. Defense struggled. They could not stop the Kansas City offense. Yeah. So as overall, the team totals for the Ravens were 360 yards, 56 yards in penalties, and 3 sacks in this game. Kansas City, Mahomes had 270 yards, 4 touchdowns in this game. The offense was good. The defense was good. They look way better than the last 3 weeks. They're starting to come together now as a team. Xavier came back off an injury. He had 83 yards. He was averaging 16.6 a carry in yards. That's a lot. He came in there, I have to say, he ran, the defense for the Ravens could not keep up with Worthy. He was up and down that field. He was just outrunning them. He did a really good job. I like Worthy. He has that speed that Kansas City needs. Like I said, Kansas City is starting to come. They're starting to get their players back, and they look really good in this game. Totals for the Kansas City was 382 yards and 40 yards in penalties. Now talk about the Dallas and the Packers. Yeah, I started watching this game. I'll keep it real. I started watching this game, and by the beginning of the 4th quarter, I was just bored, and I stopped watching the game. Then I find out it was a tie, 40-40. It was a tie game. That's how the game ended. The game was pretty, like I said, it was boring to me. But Dak Prescott had 319 yards and 3 touchdowns in this game. Jordan Love had 337 yards and 3 touchdowns in this game. Now, both these teams cannot close out a game. We've seen that last week with the Packers when they played against the Browns. The Packers had the lead all the way to pretty much towards the end of the game, and they let the Browns come back and wind up losing to the Browns. So I don't know what's going on with the Packers right now, not able to close out games for the win. On Dallas, the same thing. But both these teams, when I was watching the game, I thought was evenly matched on offense and defense. There was not too much exciting things going on. But like I said, this game wound up ending in a tie. Now, the surprise wins of the week for me, I was surprised these teams won. And we're going to start off with the Chargers versus the Giants. The Giants wound up beating the Chargers 21-18. Then we had the Washington Commanders got beat by the Falcons. The Falcons had 34-27 over the Commanders. The Raiders lost 24-25 to the Bears. And the Jacksonville Jaguars beat the 49ers 26-21. And those are my surprise wins for the week. Let me know in the comments what games that was a surprise to you in week 4 as teams that won. Let me know in the comments. I'd be really interested in see what you guys are saying out there. Monday Night Football will end week 4, and we're going to have a doubleheader. You're going to have the Jets versus the Dolphins and the Bengals versus the Broncos. Then for Thursday Night Football, we're going to have the Seattle Seahawks versus the Arizona Cardinals. And for Sunday Night Football, it's going to be a divisional game. It's going down in the AFC East Division, and we're going to have the Buffalo Bills versus the New England Patriots. And the Bills will be at home in this one. And I will watch this game to the end. But now I want to talk about being a fan and the fans' frustration. Now, I was looking online, I did a little bit of reading and found out what are the frustrations of the fans right now with this 2025 season. And this is some of the things that I've seen. And we're going to start off with, as a fan, we are frustrated with the playing. Yes, the playing is not good right now, inconsistent. It's just in these teams. The coaching, we're not happy with the coaching. The games are boring. There's only a few teams that's enjoyable, that's exciting to watch, that's worth watching right now. When it comes to that, a lot of the games, like I said, it's boring. Yeah, I'm sorry to say that. And then another one was all the apps that we have to purchase and pay to watch these games. On the price of that's not good. The ownership, we're not really happy with the owners, the way they're running these teams. Too many commercials. Yes, too many commercials. It seems like they're longer too as well. I don't know. Maybe that's my imagination, but it seems to me to be too many commercials right now. And sport analysts. Yeah, all these sports shows, I think as a fan, I think we're pretty much over it. Yeah, on that one. And the final one, we just feel like we're not getting any value for our money. We're supporting the NFL and supporting these teams. And I have to say, NFL, what are you going to do for us fans? What are you going to do for us fans? Because things need to change. So I just want to put that out there. Those are some of the frustrations as a fan that we are going through right now. Well, I want to shout out to DJ Bless One, the real one. Go and check him out on YouTube. It's called I Smoke Hip Hop. Man, I like the way he does his show, especially when he talks about football. He doesn't hold anything back. He shows receipts. So check him out, DJ Bless One on I Smoke Hip Hop. DJ One, keep doing what you're doing. I like it. Yeah. Well, I like to, this is the part of the show. If you want to reach out to me, you can email me at touchdownladies@gmail.com. That's touchdownladies@gmail.com. Well, I like to end the show on a positive note, and I do something I call Facts, Fun, and Football, where I go in here, and I get something fun to end the show on. And this is going to be a joke. Who is the leader of the Tampa Bay Buccaneers? Captain Hook. And this is Sandy from the Touchdown Ladies saying, don't forget to smile, be happy, be kind, put your action behind your plan, and keep moving forward. And I'll talk to you later. Bye.